Hello, welcome to Oakton College. My name is Itri Papanikola, and I am a transitions coordinator here with the Adult Education. My presentation today for all of you is steps to success. So I'm going to present to you what are the steps, what are the appropriate steps that we want to take when we start our journey here at Oakton College with our adult education. So right now, as you can see this pyramid, we are located in the bottom of this pyramid. We are starting our journey here in adult education. And the first thing to do is to take a placement test with us. So the first step is to take a placement test so we can see where you are and you can see where you are and what next steps we need to take to get to the top of this pyramid, which will, conclude our journey. And then we're going to be thinking about what the next educational journey for you is going to be. So once you get through that first step, then you want to start taking our classes, whether that is an ESL class or a literacy class or a GD class. We offer these three types of classes once you take your placement test. What is the next step after your first class ends? A lot of students ask, what's next? We take our first class after we take our placement test, and what is next? Can we reach our goal right away? Or do we have to go through these steps? So the next obviously step after the first class is to either take the same class or to move up to the next level class. Sometimes when we take our placement test, and we do take those every 40 hours, we tend to place in the same level, and that means we have to learn a little more. We have to gain some more knowledge in the material that we're trying to get better. So it's okay to take the same class again. You can take the same class up to 4 times, or you can move up to the next level and progress through that. Our next question here as we move up is, how long will it take me to finish the program? Sometimes, students have a short path here with us, and others have a little bit of a longer path. So our program's length is different for everyone, and each one of you will take a different amount of time depending on how quickly are you moving up the steps here. And for the final step, which it doesn't have to be the final step, is our college and career bridging. So that is what's next once you are, done with improving your skills up to this level and moving those skills to college and career. When you're really close to finishing up your GD or completing our ESL courses, that is something that we want to be thinking regarding next steps. So now moving on to the next piece of the presentation here is familiarizing ourselves with our classes. So we have our ESL classes. We have our basic ESL, which is ESL literacy. We have our ESL 1. So you're going to notice our ESL classes have a code, and the larger the number, the more advanced the classes. So ESL 1 stands for low beginning class. ESL 2 stands for high beginning class. ESL 3 stands for low intermediate class. ESL 4, it's a high intermediate class. And then ESL 5 is an advanced class. When you reach level 4 and level 5 on ESL, that is a good time for us to think about the top of that pyramid that we talked in the previous slide. And that is a good opportunity to talk about transitioning next steps into college and career. Pretty much steps here. Our language arts classes are here as well. So here you're going to see we are measuring when you take the CASA as the placement test. We're measuring you by levels. So if you score level 1, then usually we want our students to take a literacy class. Level 2, our students take a literacy class. And then 3, 4, 5, and 6, you can see the rankings there with low intermediate, high intermediate, low adult secondary, and high adult secondary. And then on the right side, you can see based on the scores of the exam, what grade level are you in? And depending on what grade level you get placed in the beginning, that is how you know how much longer you have to get to the end of this. And with that being said, some of you might pursue this a lot quicker than others, depending on your learning habits and your commitment and your time. So those are some of the things to keep in mind. Our math class is very similar to our language arts classes. You take your placement exam, and if you score levels 1 and 2, you're being referred to the manager. Level 1, beginning literacy. Level 2, it's a basic beginning. But if you do score levels 3, 4, 5, and 6, then you are going through the levels of low intermediate to middle intermediate, high intermediate, and adult secondary. And then again, just like with language arts, you can see your scale scores and how they are connected with the grade level that you are performing. One of the ultimate goals of our students in our program is for them to complete the GED exam, the high school equivalency. So some notes that I have here for all of you as you're watching this presentation is that the GED exam is made out of 4 exams: the math, the language arts, social studies, and the science. The Illinois Constitution is a separate exam from those 4 exams, and therefore they are located in 2 different places. Taking the GED exam, you sign up through GED.com. To take the Illinois Constitution exam, you sign up through the ilconstitution.org. Our classes prepare you to take those exams and pass the exams. But passing one of our classes does not mean that you have passed one of the exams of the GED. Those 2 are separate. We are preparing you for the GED exam, and then you sign up for both of these websites here to take the exam itself. So moving on to our final slide here, we want to know a little more about the GED and how can we prepare and how can we use our time wisely. So I have prepared in here 3 key components that will set you up for success when you're preparing for the GED. Number 1 component is to learn what to study. You want to learn what is inside the exam, the reading, the math, the social studies, and the science. The topics are very broad. Therefore, it's very important that you understand what is, the components that you need to know and you need to study. As far as the test goes, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and how can we build upon both of them and become a better test taker? And that is why we need to know what to study so then we can start focusing on those subjects. Number 2, which is very challenging, is to take practice tests, to actually see the exam before the official exam. You definitely want to sit and take a lot of practice tests before you sit for the official exam. It's better for test taking strategies, time management, test anxiety, stress, recall, retention. It'll help you so much with comfortability, knowing how long you have to sit there, your test taking stamina. And you'll get so much better by taking at least 2 or 3 practice tests before the official exam. And we help you when it comes to those. We provide you with GED ready exams that are indicators of how ready are you to take the official exam. The third one is the consistency. So when we study, we want to study consistency. A lot of times we have a hard time studying every day and making sure that we are still keeping up with the material, even if it's a little bit every day, or if you create like a study plan or a study schedule, that will help you keep on track and manage everything that you have going on in your life wisely. Education is not a sprint, but a marathon. It's a gift. You use it. No one can take it away from you. So please don't take it lightly. Study hard. Utilize your resources here at Oakton College Adult Education Department. We have an amazing team of professionals that can help you. Let us guide you. Let us help you as much as we can. But also remember that you are running in this marathon as well. And we're not the only ones that are, running this, but you are the one, you're the leader. It's your education. So appreciate it. We appreciate you for being here and watching this orientation. We believe in you. Look up, stay positive, and together we can do anything. We're looking forward helping you throughout your journey here at Oakton College Adult Education. And please let us know what else we can do to make your education better, rich, and the best experience ever in your adult education environment. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you all soon.